The enemy never saw it. They only heard the roar, felt the heat, and watched steel melt in front of them. Within minutes, entire fortifications surrendered without firing another shot. Allied commanders loved it, Axis soldiers feared it, and after a single major battle, it was quietly pushed out of the war forever. This is the story of the Churchill Crocodile, a flamethrower tank so effective that even its creators became uneasy about using it. By 1943, the Allies were preparing for brutal close-quarters fights across Europe. Concrete bunkers, fortified trenches and machine gun nests were swallowing entire battalions. Conventional tank shells could break walls, but they couldn't force defenders out. Britain needed something that didn't just destroy positions. It had to psychologically crush them. Enter the Crocodile, a modified Churchill tank towing a pressurized armoured fuel trailer, range up to 120 metres, fire temperature over 1,000 degrees Celsius. A single burst could turn a fortified bunker into a furnace. The Crocodile's moment came during the Battle of Normandy. While infantry were pinned by German emplacements dug deeply into the bocage, Crocodiles rolled forward. The Germans expected a standard tank assault. What they got was a jet of fire ripping across fields and straight through bunker apertures. Entire defensive lines collapsed instantly. Soldiers didn't even wait for the flame. The sight of the tank was enough. Captured German reports described the weapon as inhumane, hopeless to resist, and psychologically devastating. Even Allied tank crews admitted the tank made them uneasy. They carried ordinary guns, but this was different. This was a weapon engineered to shatter morale. Word spread quickly. By the time Crocodiles approached the outskirts of Caen and Brest, defenders frequently surrendered at first contact. And that was the problem. The Crocodile was too effective, not tactically, ethically. Military planners realized that widespread use would bring international backlash. The Geneva Conventions had already been leaning toward banning flame weapons, and open use of the Crocodile threatened to confirm every fear about inhumane Allied weapons. So the tank was restricted, heavily. Sometimes it was sent into battles and never used. Sometimes it wasn't sent at all. By late 1944, it became a secretive specialist tool, not a frontline star. The most terrifying tank of the war had essentially been muzzled after only one major campaign. After the war, flamethrowers were placed under severe international restrictions. The Crocodile became a museum piece, a reminder of how quickly military innovation crosses into moral uncertainty. Not because it failed, but because it worked exactly as designed. This tank shows a truth nations rarely admit. The most effective weapons are often the ones they least want the world to see.